It's actually a real drilling bit, a little one. It's a little baby drilling bit.
One of the most successful Latino businessmen in the country, Tim Marquez's extraordinary journey in the oil and gas industry began when he was a student at Colorado School of Mines.
I saw my friends after my first year getting really good jobs in the oil business. In the summer, they were making enough money to pay for at least tuition for the year. And so that's why I changed my major to petroleum engineering.
After working as an engineer and manager for Unocal for 13 years, Marquez dreamed of opening his own petroleum operation. When an oil field became available for the relative bargain of $110,000, he decided the time was right to take the plunge, a step that would require the encouragement and support of Bernie and his family.
I just didn't have that kind of money. And so $110,000 felt like it might as well have been $10 million, but I was able to cash in my IRA, put money on credit cards, believe it or not, borrowed a little bit from my parents.
Buying this oil field, a tremendous calculated risk, became perhaps the best business decision in Marquez's life. Within a year, the field was generating $200,000 per month in revenue. And at one point, a single well on the land was valued at $10 million. Marquez's company, Veneco, continued to acquire more oil fields and soon became one of the fastest growing oil companies in the United States. However, as often happens in the shifting currents of business, an unfortunate partnership led to a significant setback.
In 1998, we got a big $60 million investment from Enron, which at the time seemed like a really good deal. As Enron went into bankruptcy, as I mentioned earlier, it didn't turn out to be such a good deal. They actually threw me out of my company.
Marquez faced a crossroads: either give up the business he loved or start over again with just a little cash and a handful of employees. Marquez chose the latter and formed a new company, Marquez Energy.
I moved back to Denver and started Marquez Energy, which again we had great success, this time based in Denver. 2 years after I got thrown out by Enron, I was able to buy out my partners and Enron and ended up with 100% of the company, merged it with Marquez Energy, and took off and eventually went public in 2006. It all makes it sound real easy, but there was a lot of hard work along the way.
With the two companies now merged, Veneco continued its rapid ascent. At its peak, it had a market value of $1.5 billion and an enterprise value of nearly $2 billion, making it the second largest Latino-owned business in the country. It also earned numerous awards for operational excellence and led the way in corporate giving. Not content to simply amass wealth for its own sake, Marquez sought to give back to the communities in which he lived and worked.
I think it's really admirable how much he's given back, both in starting the Denver Scholarship Foundation and later on contributing to the beginning of the Latino Leadership Institute. I'm proud to be a fellow of the first cohort of that.
I feel very fortunate to have made enough money that I can do something with that money. I just really wanted to give back. It just, to me, is a good feeling to be able to help out and, you know, in some small way been able to change the landscape of Denver, especially with education.
A legend in the American oil industry, Marquez today encourages entrepreneurs to be tenacious and make their dreams a reality.
Life lessons that can be learned from Tim: always work hard, never give up, and when you find success, give back to your community.